In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front hydraulic brake hose on your Kia Sorento. Located behind the front wheels, let's get started. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to remove the wheel. Remove the wheel. Moving to the inside of the vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and apply some pressure on the brake pedal using a pole or anything that you have available. And what this is gonna do is gonna stop the brake fluid from coming out when we disconnect the brake hoses, just like that. Now that we have the wheel off, we're gonna move to the back of the caliper and we're gonna be removing this bolt that holds the hose in place. Before you go ahead and remove that bolt, make sure that you have a oil pen or something to pick up the oil that's gonna come out of this. So using a 12mm socket, go ahead and take it off. After removing the bolt that holds the hose in place, you wanna make sure that you have two crush washers. One of them is gonna be on the bolt side, right over here. And the other one is gonna be on the caliper side. Using a small pry tool, in this case a small screwdriver, you're gonna go ahead and remove that. Using a 12mm socket, we're gonna remove this bolt. And now using an 11mm pipe wrench, we're gonna go ahead and loosen this up. When you do this, you wanna make sure that the whole line is not rotating with the nut because it will cause damage. So go ahead and break it loose and just keep an eye out on that. What you can do, you can wiggle it to make sure that it's spinning free. Or if you struggle, go ahead and apply some rust penetrant to remove the line. In this case, it came right off, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. Go ahead and take it off. Next, we're gonna use a small flathead screwdriver, and we're gonna remove this clip. To do this, you're just gonna go ahead and put some pressure on the clip and slide out. One thing I like to say, go ahead and put your hand over it in case it shoots out. There's a little bit of pressure on the clip, so just keep that in mind. So go ahead and pry on it. And slide it out. And now you can go ahead and grab the hose out of the way. Grab the hose and slide it out. And now we're gonna go ahead and install the new hose. We wanna pay attention to the flat surfaces that are located on this side of the hose. Those you want them lined up with the clamp that's on the vehicle. So go ahead and feed the hose the same way that the old one came out. You wanna hold this line up and slide this in, like so. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the clip that holds the hydraulic hose to the clamp. Go ahead and hold it up. Get it aligned. And now we're gonna use a hammer to tap that in. Holding the line up, you wanna go ahead and tap it. Just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the line to the brake hose. You want to start the threads by hand to avoid cross-threading. Once you get a couple of threads in, go ahead and get it snug. Once you get it snug, go ahead and give it a little bit more just to make sure that it's tight. And now we're gonna go ahead and install the 12mm bolt that holds the hose to the strut. Go ahead and line it up and install the bolt. Now get it snug. And now we're gonna go ahead and torque it to 8 foot-pounds. Using some brake parts cleaner, we're gonna go ahead and spray this area to get rid of any brake fluid residue. So go ahead and spray it and wipe off any excess. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the bolt that holds the brake hose to the brake caliper. And for that, we want to make sure that we install one of the crush washers. Make sure this is a new one. One of the cross washers goes on one side, you're gonna slide it in, and the other cross washer goes on the other side, like so. Go ahead and start it by hand. Now we're gonna snug it, and now we're gonna torque it to 22 foot-pounds. And now we're gonna remove the bar that holds the brake pedal down. After any hydraulic work, you want to make sure you gravity bleed your brakes. Using a 10mm wrench, we're gonna go ahead and open the bleeder. If yours have a cap, you will remove that now. Ours is missing. So go ahead and crack this open. And what we wanna see is a steady stream of oil. Now that we have a steady stream, we're gonna go ahead and close the bleeder. Using some brake parts cleaner, we're gonna go ahead and clean the leftover brake fluid. Go ahead and wipe it off. If you do have a rubber cap, go ahead and put that on now. Moving on to the hood, we're gonna locate the master cylinder. In this case, it's on the driver's side of the vehicle. Before we go ahead and open the master cylinder, you wanna make sure that it's clean and no debris is gonna fall inside the master. So using some brake parts cleaner, go ahead and spray some around it and wipe off around the cap. Go ahead and open it. And we're gonna pay attention to what it says on the cap, and it's telling us that we're gonna use a DOT3 or 4. In our case, we're gonna use DOT3. And now we're gonna go ahead and top off our master cylinder. Go ahead and put the cap back on. Now will be the time to get back in the vehicle and feel the brake pedal. If the pedal feels soft or squishy, you will have to perform a full brake bleed procedure. Install the wheel, align the holes. Start your lug nuts by hand. And get them snug. With the vehicle on the ground, we're gonna go ahead and torque our wheel to 79.6 foot-pounds. And for that, we wanna make sure we do a star pattern. I'm gonna show you how to perform a brake bleeding procedure. Moving on to the hood, we're gonna locate the master cylinder. In this case, it's on the driver's side of the vehicle. Before we go ahead and open the master cylinder, you wanna make sure that it's clean and no debris is gonna fall inside the master. So using some brake parts cleaner, go ahead and spray some around it and wipe off around the cap. Go ahead and open it. And we're gonna pay attention to what it says on the cap, and it's telling us that we're gonna use a DOT3 or 4. In our case, we're gonna use DOT3. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and extract some fluid from the master cylinder. Before we go ahead and do that, we're gonna take out this filter, making sure that the hose is gonna go in our master cylinder is clean and free of debris. You're gonna go ahead and stick it in and extract as much fluid as you can. And now we're gonna go ahead and refill our master cylinder with some DOT3 brake fluid. Go ahead and get it to the max line. And now we're gonna go ahead and reinstall the filter. Make sure that it's free of debris. Go ahead and slide it in. Reinstall our cap. And now we're gonna go ahead and perform our brake bleeding procedure, starting with the right rear. Then we're gonna move on to the left front. Then we're gonna do the left rear, and last we're gonna do the right front. Moving to the right rear of the vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and open the bleeder using a 10mm wrench. Go ahead and crack it open. Make sure you have a drain pan to catch the oil. I'll be using a bottle. And now you're gonna have someone in the vehicle that's gonna pump the brakes. And while they're holding on the brake pedal, we're gonna go ahead and open the valve. And what we wanna see is a steady stream of fluid and no air. Close it, pump. Now that this looks good, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect our hose, make sure that our bleeder is closed, and we're gonna move on to the left front of the vehicle. Moving to the left front of the vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and perform a brake bleed procedure using a 10mm wrench. We're gonna go ahead and crack the bleeder on. Go ahead and have someone in the car pump the brakes. And while they're holding on the pedal, you're gonna go ahead and crack it open. And what we wanna see is a steady stream of fluid. Close it. Repeat this process till there's no bubbles. Pump the brakes. And crack it open. Once you're happy with that, go ahead and close the brake bleeder. And remove the hose if you use one. And now we're gonna go ahead and top off our master cylinder. Remove the cap and add some fluid. Go ahead and cap it off and move on to the next wheels. The next two are gonna be the exact same process as the first and second. And now we're gonna go ahead and top off our brake master cylinder to the max line. Go ahead and put the cap back on. And now get in your vehicle and pump out the brakes. If the pedal feels soft or squishy, you will want to perform the procedure all over again. Now go ahead and reinstall the wheels and torque them to 79.6 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.